In this video, we will talk about piecewise functions. Piecewise functions, they can also be thought of as several functions. Each are specifically defined on a specific interval or each used in a different region. To graph a piecewise function, you do not have to plot the entire graph of each individual section. You only graph the parts as it has been given the question or defined by x. Now, as the word says piecewise, this means those will be in small pieces. Now, this is a simple example of a piecewise function. This is an absolute value function. Okay, an absolute value function. This is represented by absolute value bars. F of x is equal to absolute value x, or you can also represent f of x is equal to x for x is greater than or equal to 0, or the value of x is f of x is negative x when the value of x is what? Less than 0. Now it looks like it is not a one graph. You see over here, this part over here, it comes over here, and the second part goes from here. So they are meeting at one point, but it's not always the case. In this case, two of the functions are meeting, two function pieces are meeting, but in future case, it will not be over there. So now discontinuity. Some piecewise functions are discontinuous. Discontinuous means they start and they stopped, and suddenly a second function will appear somewhere, and this is how it goes. When you have a piecewise function in which the different sections do not meet, there is a special notation for the endpoints. Now they are saying first function is x plus 3. It is only where x is, you can see this less than -1. So when I'm less than -1, you can see over here this is -1. Less means on this side, left side over here. Okay, x plus 3. So if I will substitute the value of over here, it will be 2. So y is my 2 over here. So this means if I do it and it will be open circle, it goes in this direction. Now I want you to pause the video, take the picture of this and or copy this in your binder. Good thing will be copy this in your binder over there. The reason why, because you will need the notation. What is the meaning of this? Why we are doing this? Now when you see this one over here, this says what? This says less than or equal to. This one says greater than or equal to. It is telling you that the endpoints are included in this. When you are representing this on a graph, it will be a solid circle. This means a circle, and you will shade the circle also over there. And when I say solid circle, I mean is you will draw a circle over here. You will draw a circle over here and you will shade this circle. This is a solid circle. For what? These two cases. Whenever you do see these two symbols, wherever you draw, it will be like that. So in this case, when I see at this point, and this point over here, wherever I will draw a circle, it should be a circle and it should be a shaded circle for these 2 points over here. For remaining these two, this is discluded or endpoints or open circle. Open circle is like this. So whenever I'm drawing a graph for this will be an open circle over here. Now the next concept is how do you evaluate a piecewise function? I will explain to you. Evaluate a piecewise function is the same as a continuous function. However, we must pay attention to the endpoint definition. Alright, so let's work on this part over here. I want you to pay attention when I'm explaining this to you. First of all, over here, this says you should know the meaning of this. What is the meaning of this symbol over here? It is telling you x is less than or equal to -1. Okay, so okay, that's fine. Now this part over here, now this is 2 in 1, so I will just go with first of all this part. This part is what? Greater than or equal to. I'll write it over here. So it really helps you if you write it down, so it you can make the meaning over here. What does it mean? Okay, now this part over here, what does it mean? Now whenever you see this side, what it means, it looks like this: -x is less than x, or in other words means is x is what? X is greater than -1. So this is what? Greater than -1. And this one is what? This is yours, greater than sign, greater than 1. Let's start. Now this says f of -1. This means the value of x is -1. So which one says value of x is -1? Now in this case it says x is less than or equal to -1. So at this point, what is the value of y? Okay, so what happens is the value of f of -1 is what? It is your 2 over here. So the answer for this question is what? Is your 2. Let's go next one. It says f of 0. Okay, now let's read this. It says x is less than or equal to -1. So if you're looking at number line, 0 is greater than -1, not less than. This cannot be the answer. Now what about this? X is greater than or equal to 1. Equal to 1 is 1, greater than 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5. No. What about this one? Now you remember this part, I wrote it over here, this side. X is greater than -1. Yes, greater than -1 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the number. So what happens is, in this case, if I have to find f of 0, I will replace this x by what? By the value 0. So it will be like this, 2, it will be 0 plus 3. So my answer will be what? 3 over here. So this is how we evaluate. Okay, now the next one, it says f of 1. This is not a 1, this is a -1. Now in this case over here, I have changed the color also. X is greater than or equal to 1. Now you see 1 over here. When the value of x is equal to 1, you will use this function over here, 2x plus 3. So next step will be 2x plus 3 means the value of x is 1 plus 3. So the answer is 2 plus 3 is 5. So answer is 5 for this. Does it say equal over here? No. So you cannot say, because it says greater than 1, and greater than 1 numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, not 1. Let's go to the next one. It says f of 3. Okay, less than, this cannot be, because say less than or equal to -1. Numbers less than or equal to -1 are -2, -3, -4, -5. We cannot use this function. It says greater than or equal to 1. Yes, we can use this function over here. If it says greater than or equal to 1, I can use this one. So I can use this function for this question. So it will be greater than or equal to, I think I am messing up over here. This is not greater than symbol, this is your less than symbol. I think I messed up over here. I need to pause and I need to change that. Sorry for that. This is your less than. You see, I told you, even I'm writing, I made a mistake, an error over here, but luckily I did not make any mistake over here. Now f of 3 means what? Less than or equal to 1. No, it says greater than -1. Yeah, -1 is what? Negative, it will be 0. We can use this again. And greater than, okay, so I can use this one also over here. So let's see what happens. So now now if I will look at this part over here, this whole function. Okay, this whole function is what? It is, if I read it like this, x is greater than -1, but x is less than or equal to +1 over here. So I cannot use this because stops at 1 only. So my answer for this will be what? X is greater than +1, that's a -4, that's my answer over here. Now f of -3, so let's see where -3 falls over here. Greater than 1, no, it does not falls, because less than 1. What about this one? This is between -1 and 1. That's not the case. Less than or equal to -1. Yeah, so this is the one which we use. So your answer is 2 over here. We will practice some more questions just to have a better understanding. And I'm so over here. But make sure you copy this everything and go ahead and copy the solution. Now let's practice graphing some of the piecewise functions. Before we do anything, let's play with these intervals over here. This is what? This is my x is less than or equal to -1, less than or equal to -1. So which are the number which are less than or equal to -1? -1, then it's yours -2, -3, -4, and so on. Now this is a less than or equal to sign. So you will draw a solid circle over here wherever you see the value of x equal to -1. This is a -1. What is the value of y over here? That's your 2 over here. So at x equal to -1, value of y is 2. I will draw a solid circle over here. Now where the values of now, if in case if it was -2, still our answer is 2. If it is -3, still answer is this same answer. So this means my graph will go in this direction over here to this side. We got this one. Okay, let's look at the second case over here. Now at this case it says x is what? X is my less than or equal to positive 1. This is my 1 over here. And okay, so let's do this part over here. I will get two answers. Okay, so I will plug in 1 or substitute 1 over here. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. So at the value of x is 1, the value of y is what? 5. Now do keep in mind, because of this equal to and less than sign, that will be a what? It will be a solid circle over here. Awesome. Now let's go to this one. It says negative 1 is less than x, or x is greater than negative 1. I will come over here negative 1. But what is the value of y? When I substitute negative 1, it will give me negative 2 plus 3 will mean 1. So at this point the value of y is positive 1, but to keep in mind, it's an open circle over here. So only thing what I'm left over is I have to just join these dots over these two circles over here. So okay, I don't know whether I will get the straight line, but this is something. Oops, I'm not getting a straight line. Let me try again. So this is my graph for the second one. So let's do the third one. So this says x is greater than 1. Now greater than 1 means what? Numbers will be 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can see if the values of x, even it is 2 or 3, whatever, but the value of y is only one value, that's yours, negative 4. So what I will do, I will come to my x value of 1, and this is my 4, but I will draw a circle which is an open circle. Now do keep in mind, when the value of x is 2, what is happening to the value of y? Still same. If the value of this is 3, still same. So my graph will go where? In this direction over here. So this is how you draw piecewise function. You can see all of these functions are not connected, but this is how you draw piecewise functions over here. Now I want you to copy the question. First of all, pause the video, copy the question. I want to evaluate these piecewise function at these values. Go ahead and do this for me, and then we will check our answer. All right, so I think in the first one I just did some mistakes over here, so I will again explain this to you just to avoid any further confusion. Okay, this is yours. X is what? Less than or equal to negative 3. That's your greater than. So I'll just write over here greater than 3. Okay, now is this number 4 greater than 3? Yes, so you just plug in 4 over here. It will be 4 plus 2, and it should give you answer what? 6 over here. Okay, I'm not doing this. This means already less than or equal to 3. Now this is 3. Is this less than or equal to 3? This is 3. Yes, so you will plug in 3 over here. So it will be 3 minus 2. What is 3 minus 2? 1. I got my answer 1 over here. Let's go for here. F is f of 1. Now is f of 1 is greater than 3? No, we cannot use this function. What about this one? X is less than or equal to 3? Yeah, this is smaller than 3. So I will just substitute 1 over here. It will look like this: 1 minus 2. It is my negative 1. That's my answer. Now f of 0, we cannot use this function. We'll use this. So instead of x, it will change to 0. 0 minus 2 is what? It is yours, negative 2. Use your calculator. Do not make mistakes. F of negative 1, again you will use the same one. Only thing in this x will be changed by this number over here, negative 1 minus 2, which is your answer, negative 3. That's your answer over here. Now tell me if you got all of these answers. If you got all of these correct, great job. You are doing right. Awesome. Now I want you to pause the video, and I want you to graph these piecewise functions on the graph over here. Go ahead, take your time and graph this. Does your graph looks like this? Yes, great job. If not, you can go and watch the previous video which I explained over there, or you can also ask from Mr. Gupta for additional help. He can again explain to you. That's me, Mr. Gupta. Now we will learn about function composition. Now do keep in mind, I'm not teaching you something new. These all concepts you should have already learned in your previous math classes over there. This is just the prerequisite skills which I'm going over with you. I'm just trying to again revamp all of your skills. Okay, now copy the question over here. Always copy the question, whatever is on the video. Pause the video and then learn what is over here. Given the piecewise function, find the value of f of 2. Okay, they have given to me all of these over here. I need to find the value of f of 2. Whenever you do this is f of 2. Now this is what? This is your greater than 2, greater than 1. Okay, greater than 1, this number is 2. I can use this function for this. Let's talk about this. This is saying it is between negative 1 and positive 1. Okay, this is what? This is less than or equal to negative 1. We cannot use this, so this is out of the picture. Just scratch it off. We don't avoid confusion. What about this? This is less than or equal to negative 1. Is this 2 negative? No. So this means this is a function where we will be plugging in what? The value of x, and that's yours 2 over here. So when I do this, I'm sorry, I just messed up. It will be 2 over 2 plus 3. So 2 over 3 is your 1. So 1 plus 3 is what? Your answer is 4. So f of 2 is 4, and which is the correct choice? My correct choice is B over here. Check, I got my answer. Yes, that's my correct choice. All right, let's go to the next problem. Graph the piecewise function. Given the piecewise function, find the value of f of 1. Now again, learn how to work out on this. This is what? This is called less than 1. Is this number less than 1? No, this is equal to 1. You need to scratch it off. We don't need this, so avoid confusion. What about this one? It says x is between -1 and equal to 1. Yes, I can use this. So this can be my answer because it says over here x is less than or equal to 1. It matches my condition over here. Don't rush. We need to check this also. What about this says x is less than or equal to -1. This is 1, this is -1. This does not make sense. Gone. So your correct answer is 3. So option C is the correct choice over here. Perfect. Make sure to copy the solution as well as the question. Let's go to the next problem. Go ahead and pause the video and try to solve this question on your own. Then we go from there. When I want to do this question, I'm looking over, says f of -1. Is this negative? Now this symbol says x is greater than 1. Greater than 1 numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot use this function. Scratch it off. What about this one? If you are confused, go to the next one first of all. This says x is less than or equal to -1. Yes, I can use this. Okay. What about this one? Now it says x is between -1 and +1, but it does not say that this is equal to negative. Does this say equal to? No, it just says -1 is less than x or x is greater than -1. So I have to use this one. So this is I cannot use this function. I will only plug in the value of x, that's -1 over here. So it will be -1 over 3 plus 2. Use your calculator, it will give you the correct answer. So it is your 6 minus 1 -5 over 3. That's my answer over here. So this means my options choice D is the correct answer. Please make sure to copy the questions and solution and everything. This will act as your notes before you take your test or quiz. Correct? That's the correct answer. Now it says the graph. Again, pause the video, copy the question, and then we find out what is the correct answer. The graph accurately represents a piecewise function. Is it true or false? So now if in this case I will go from here, it says x is what? X is greater than 1. So greater than 1 numbers are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go to x is 1. This is 1 over here. Now at this point 1, it should be an open circle. Do you see open circle over here? Oh yes, I see. And if I okay, at x equal to 1, this is a function. So what I can do over here is, see, I can do like this. I can create a table. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just go for 4 only for the first one. So this is x over 2 plus 3. If my value of x is 1, what happens? 1 over 2 plus 3. 1 over 2 is my 0.5 plus 3 is 3.5. Use your calculator. So at x equal to 1, do you see 3.5? Yes, I see this one, 3.5. You see? X equal to 2, it is a 2 over 2 is a 1. See, 2 over 2 means like this. 1 plus 3 is 4. When x is 2, y is 4. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, this is 4 over here. When x is 3, 3 over 2 is 1.5, 4.5. Tick, 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 tick is 4.5. So this is correct. Let's go to this one. Between, now you need to check at 1, it should be a solid circle. I can see yes, a solid circle. And at -1, it should be a open circle. I can see. And this 3. So you can see y value of y is 3 over here. You see this one? Correct. This is correct. Now what about this one? X is less than or equal to -1. What are the numbers less than or equal to -1? -2, -3, and -4. You have to test all of those over here. So if I test -1, it will be -1 over 3 plus 2. So you can do this. It will be negative something. It will be also 6, -5 over 3, so -1 point something. Yeah, I can see the solid circle. You can check all of these going in the right direction. This is true. The graph accurately represents a piecewise function. It is true. So let's check. Yes, it is true. Now I want you to find the value of f of 2 over here. Yeah. So it's super easy for you. This is what? Greater than 2. Does it say equal? No, so scratch off. What about this one? It says less than -2. Yes, it says 2, so we cannot use this. Only this is the one left. Plug in the value of x equal to 2. So it will be 2 plus 3. Your answer is what? 5. It's super easy for you. Yes, we got it. See? Now I want you to pause the video and find the answer for this f of 4. Go ahead and do this for me. If you got 7, great job. Perfect. You mastered this concept. I want you to practice this question. Pause the video, copy the question, find the answer, and then share your answer with your buddy and just see what happens. Did you got this answer? Perfect. Phenomenal work. Let's do another question over here. Piecewise functions are very important. Pause the video, copy the question, and solve this. Did you got this answer? Awesome. If you did not got this answer, ask from Mr. Gupta. He will explain to you. Let's do another problem. Pause the video, copy the question, take your time, use calculator, find the answer. Great work.